about the best moves. The best moves we make in business. The reason we're going to talk about the best moves, though, isn't to take a bow. It's to remind us of some things that we could be doing in our business. So I'm going to go through a series of some of the best moves I've made in business and talk about them a little bit. If you get an idea and you hear something that you think, geez, I really want to do that in my business, come to the CRBO roundtables, because we can go in the weeds on that and I can help you implement that stuff. That's what the CRBO roundtables are for. That and to bring any other issue you want to talk about. But I'm going to talk about the things that I considered my best moves in my 30 years as owning different businesses. And then the table talk is going to be where each of you is going to share some of your best moves. Some of the things you did that were really pivotal, or that you look back on and you go, yeah, that was a good move. And I want to start by just saying that the best move I've ever made was whenever I started a business, I always wrote a business plan that included a model org chart of what I was building. I had a business plan. When I started Camelot Printing in the mid-90s, I had never taken a business class in my life. I was an officer in the military, and my business plan was a 5-paragraph operations order. It was a military operations order that a bank actually looked at and went, oh, we'll loan you money, this is cool. But it was, well, imagine if you're going to build a building without a blueprint. And yet, how many business owners go into business, but they don't have a blueprint for their business? Have it. Know what you're going to do. Have your goals, what your competitive differentiators are, what makes you special, who your target market is, what your financial projections are, what your positioning statements are going to be, what your future org chart is going to look like so that you know what you're building. Imagine doing a puzzle, a 1,000 or 2,000 piece jigsaw puzzle without the box cover. That's your box cover. So if you don't have a business plan right now, that could be a really good action step for you, because it'll keep you focused on doing the next right thing to get you to where you want to go. If you don't know where you're going, how do you know how to get there? So that was a big best move. And then the other one right under it, and this was part of the business plan, was writing a vision, mission, values statement, document that was not a marketing piece. It wasn't a slogan. It wasn't engraved on a plaque, hung on a wall that nobody looked at. It was our Constitution, our Declaration of Independence, our Penal Code. It was who we are, why we're here, what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, guiding philosophies and strategies, and the rules we're going to play by, our values statement. This wasn't just an exercise of doing it so that it felt good. We used it when we were hiring, promoting, firing, making strategic decisions. Imagine our country if we didn't have a constitution, a penal code. If there were, the old expression, we all need to be on the same page. That's the page. If your business is operating right now without a vision, mission, value statement that is being used, you're missing a huge opportunity. So that was the best move. Building a strong, coordinated, accountable leadership team. How many people here have a leadership team that gets together once a month at least or on a regular basis? Yeah, there you go. So you get your leaders going, but I've been to staff meetings. As a business consultant working with hundreds of businesses in different industries over many years, I've gone to the leadership meetings, I've gone to staff meetings where everybody talks, does the head shakes, and then to the next person's turn and they talk and everybody gives an update, but there's no dialogue. There's no, well, why is that? Well, what are we going to do about it? There's no specific action steps given. There's no accountability from the last meeting. Can you imagine if every leadership team meeting, you all got together and you're all like, hey guys, our goals for this year are this, this, and this. The key performance indicators we're tracking are these. The action steps from last month are, Patrick, you were going to do this. How'd you do? And Patrick goes, I did great. Cool, what's your next step? It's this. Great, we'll put it down as an action step. Carolyn, how did you do it? And you just go around the table and everybody's held accountable to achieving their action steps. Guys, you build a culture of accountability, but you also want to make sure that your leaders are pushing each other back, respectfully, but that there's robust dialogue, that there's passion. And that when the meeting is over and everybody walks back out, it's with one voice, unity of command. We can fight in here, guys, respectfully, and we should debate and really work it out, but when we leave, even if you didn't agree with the decision, we speak with one voice. We don't go back to our teams and go, yeah, man, we got to do this. No. The strength of your company is equal to the strength of your leadership team. Your ability to scale is equal to your strength of your leadership team. Next month, we're going to be talking about candor, differentiation, hiring, and parting ways. I'm going to get to this a little bit more. We're going to go deeper into this. Next one is to continually stretch your leaders' responsibilities. Guys, listen. The best people on your team want to be stretched. They want more playing field. Your best performers, raise the bar. Give them more. Pile it on them. Stress them out a little bit in a good way. And if they're getting overwhelmed, pull them back a little bit, coach them. Something that I've always, and I'm going to be very honest with you, and it might surprise you because a lot of you know me and you know I like to work hard. I work hard because I like to be lazy. I work really hard so that I don't have to work. I haven't worked at Knight Rider in 2 years. I barely even go there. And we have 160 employees. Because we've got a leadership team led by Dwayne Schuler, who's killing it. But it was because I just stretched them. And then we get into, and like Dwayne and I talk about the leadership team now, and we're talking about the areas of opportunity, where they need to grow, and give them more room, give them more responsibility. My son Oliver, part of where he gets stuck sometimes is he'll get into a position, maybe you can relate to this, he'll get in a position where he's kind of underwhelmed, and then he's worse. He's better when his back is to the wall. Colin, you're shaking your head. It's normal, right? And probably everybody in here, when we're forced to be great, we're great. When we have too much room, what is it? The idle hands is the devil's workshop kind of thing. Guys, stretch your leaders. If you haven't broadened their job description later, do it. In fact, think about what you don't like to do. Think about the areas of your job that you don't love. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. Start there. Get rid of it. Eventually, you're going to have the stuff that only you can do and nobody else can do. And then you know what I'm going to say? Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Great huddles. That's our monthly staff meeting. It's really tough to do at Knight Rider because we have people working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they don't come to the office. They're all over the region. They go right to their accounts. But a staff meeting, like when I owned Camelot or Avalon in Syracuse, Rochester, once a month we get together. It's a full staff meeting. There's pizza, wings, salad. We did not do open bar there, but there was soda, water. We start the meeting reading vision, mission, values, and then asking the question, are we living up to it? Are we living up to it? And if we're not, let's talk about it. And if there's nobody talking about it, I bring it up and I go, oh, okay, guys, well, it says right here, this. How are we doing with this? Don't tell me we're doing great because I saw this, this, and this. I'm pushing. I'm making us accountable to it. And then I say, what are we going to change? The statement or our behavior? We got to change one of them. We got to either change our behavior to be congruent with this or change this to be congruent with our behavior. What do? Raise our activity or lower the bar, lower the standard? What do you want to do? And the team says, no, we're not lowering the standard. But see, you got to get to work. Then we go around and I talk about the strategic things we're working on as a company. Hey guys, we're thinking about starting a residential division. Hey guys, we're talking to a competitor about a possible acquisition. I mean, it's open book for the most part. I don't talk about people's pay raise, but I love to let my team know what we're doing as a company because they want to know. And if I don't tell them, then they're just going to be cogs in a wheel. They're going to be minions going through the motions. And we don't want that. We want people that are engaged in their business. They see the big picture, they know what we're trying to build, they know the strategies that we're talking about, and then I invite them to give me their ideas. Guys, who here thinks we're doing something wrong? Speak now. If you go home and you tell your loved one at home what stupid things your boss is doing at work, shame on you if you didn't say it here. Because here you can make a difference. Let's talk about it. And then we end every meeting by giving awards. We have 2 awards. One is where the leadership team picked the employee of the month, team member of the month. And then the other one was, we named it after one of our superstar team members. We call it the Chancellor. And whoever won it last month gets to pick the winner of it that month. And then that person will pick the next one. And that was the coveted award. We thought that the big award was from the leadership team. It wasn't. The one everyone wanted was the one that the team member gave them. But when they gave the award, they had to present it, and they had to tie it to how that person was exemplifying the mission, vision, values. Make those statements come to life. So great huddles. Guys, I can't imagine running an amazing company without getting your whole team involved. Can you imagine think about like a sports team. If only they knew their position, they gotta know the whole game. What's the strategy? What are we doing? What's everybody doing? Next best move of mine, or that I've seen people do, is constantly fielding a strong team. Guys, if you can't change your people to get them to do what you need them to do, to execute, if you can't change your people, change your people. You can only be as strong as your team. We're going to talk about that next month, parting ways. One of the biggest things that cripples a company is when you have a poor performer on your team. It'll kill you. It'll kill your brand, it'll kill your efficiency, it'll kill morale, it'll kill you. And sometimes those problem people that we keep because we're loyal, because at one point they were awesome. And then they became not awesome. Some people are just, I don't want to hurt them. Listen, your whole team is counting on you to field a team of winners. You got to do it. If somebody's not performing well, you're not doing them a service by keeping them in a position where they're poor or mediocre or worse. That doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help you, but it doesn't help them either. Invite them to go find a career they can excel at somewhere else, because it isn't here. Strong branding. Ooh, we got Braun Media talking today. They'll talk about branding better than I can. But to do things, to really build your brand. What's your personality? What is the personality of your company? That's your brand. Build a strong one. Are you quality driven? Are you service driven? What is it about your brand? And then I could go on. I'm not going to give a class in branding because, again, Donna would run circles around me. But it's all the things. It's having consistency in your look, the feel, the sound, the message. Consistency. Very important. To kind of go along with that, systematizing everything. Guys, this is huge. Somebody taught me this years ago and it really connected. People don't manage people. People lead people. Systems manage behavior. Get the systems to manage behavior. Then you lead people. Everything you do, have a system. Because if you don't have a system for everything, then everybody's doing it differently, which means maybe only one person's doing it the best way. Who here has heard of Six Sigma? Yeah, becoming a Six Sigma black belt. That's all Six Sigma is eliminating variation. That's all it is. Eliminate variation. Same, predictable. You want that. Is your business systematized? Anytime there's a problem in your business, a mistake happens, ask this. Say, guys, did we have a system? This should have prevented this. And if the answer is no, then create one. If the answer is yes, the next question is, was it followed? And if the answer is yes, then you got a broken system, fix it. If the answer was no, why not? Lack of training, lack of care. always tie it back. Make sure that systems are preventing mistakes. If you ever find yourself going, here we go again, same stuff, different day, when is this going to stop? I'll answer that for you. It'll stop when you get the right system in place and you have your team executing it every time. That's when it'll stop. And it will stop. It works. Are you running your business with intentionality? Do you have a goal? We just finished Q1. We're in Q2. We're in Q2, second quarter of this year. What are your annual goals for 2026? Do you have them? Do you remember what they were when you set them, if you set them? Do you look at them every month? Does everybody on your team know what they are? Can they tell you what you're doing? Are you working specifically on those when you have staff meetings and leadership team meetings? Are you getting together and saying, guys, here's where we're going, here's what we're tracking, here's why we, asking the questions. Why are we off? What are we doing right? What's wrong? What's missing? What's confused? Don't just run your business where every day is a continuation of the same old thing. Run your business with intentionality toward an objective. Man, you don't always meet it, but man, it makes it a lot more fun, and sometimes you meet or exceed it. Executing a strong sales model. If you've got outside sales reps, you need to make sure that they've got a sales model. If you've got retail, any I don't care if it's a law firm. Sales is what we do. Nothing happens until there's a sale. Do you have a specific selling system? It needs to be systematized. If you don't, see Sandler, Matt, Luke, at Sandler. There he is, Luke. That's what they do. They'll help you build this. If you don't have a strong sales model, you're winging it. You're hoping. No power behind the hope. A strong customer service model. Guys, I can't tell you how many times we get a phone call from somebody looking for a janitorial company at Knight Rider, and we return the call immediately. That's one of our SOPs, systems. We return calls immediately. And they say, geez, you're the only one that's called us back. We called 5 other companies. We got the deal. Providing great service. When a customer has an issue, make that your problem. When you drop a ball, be dramatic about it. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Chris. Crystal, your customer will save you. It's okay, we're cool. As long as they know you care. But if you don't act like you care, they're not going to care. Are you instilling a strong customer service mentality with your team? Got to make sure it really permeates through your entire organization. If you don't treat your customers well, somebody else wrong. Diversified, played to our strength. We diversified our company. Have you diversified? Is there another service offering that you could do? Is there something good? Ask yourself this: what are the problems you're good at solving? Or what are the problems your team is good at solving? Is there something you can do? You might diversify geographically, go to a new location. You might diversify in a service offering that you were not, or you might diversify into a new target market. Hey, we're now going to do this. Man, I'll tell you, I can't think of anything more powerful than being in the right room every month. You're already in here. You know this. Joining and participating regularly in business owner groups. So many of you I met through EL or the ELA program. Great group. So many people in here that you've become friends with. I've become friends with in CRBO. I didn't know Carolyn and Andrew a minute ago. Now I know them. I mean, you'll think about it. Think about the people that you're closest to in business. Probably came across them in a networking organization. Or think about the networking organizations you've been in, and who are the relationships that you have. Guys, that's huge. You gotta always be, iron sharpens iron. If you're not in a room where people are helping you stay focused on the most important things in your business, you're missing a huge opportunity. Woo, I'm going long, baby. Found a very strong right-hand person and continuously gave responsibilities. Every company I've owned. You must. You want to do that. You know, right now, if your company is like on a point and you're the dot and the company's on your shoulders, broaden it. Get a strong right-hand person and make sure you're giving them the field. Let them go. Let them take it. Oh, man. I'm just going to say it. Dwayne was with the same company for many years before he came to Knight Rider. I'm doing this because you all know Dwayne. He was with a company. How long were you there?
18 years.
18 years. He was never fully utilized. He came in, what, 2 years, 3 years later, you were running operations. And sometime in the next few months, Dwayne is going to become president of Knight Rider. He's been running the company for the last 2 years. I talk to him every day, multiple times, even on weekends. We talk. A lot of it's shenanigans. We're just joking, we have fun together, but we do a lot of hard work too. Do you have a strong right-hand person that you love being around? By the way, Dwayne and I don't go out. We don't hang out on weekends. Once in a while, but we talk every day, and we bring energy to each other. He gets energy from me. I get energy from him. This isn't about me and Dwayne, this is about you. Do you have a right-hand person that gives you energy? Because if you don't, man, imagine if you had somebody you could sit down with and just put it all on the table. That you could say, I'm going away for 2 weeks, run the company while I'm gone, and know that that person's going to give their heart and soul to you. That person's going to push you back when you need a check. And you're going to check them, and there's not going to be egos. It's going to be, oh man, wow, thank you, trust. If you don't have that, you must get that. You need it. And a lot of times we end up with a right-hand person that was with us from the beginning, and we don't even have a great relationship anymore, or we're getting pushed back, and it's almost like, it's like a bad marriage. Gotta fix it. I looked out for my team members as people, and I know people in here do as well. My gosh, I know the stories, guys. I love that about business owners. They're the most generous people in the world. When you care about your team as people, when you've got somebody on your team that had a car breakdown, and you know that they're paycheck to paycheck and they don't have 2 nickels to rub together, and you come in and you say, you know what, I'm going to pick up that car repair. I got that for them. Or when a spouse is sick and you say, forget this PTO crap. I'm not even going to make you use 1 day of your PTO. You go, we got this. Team's going to cover it. And you go to your team and you go, hey, Melissa's going to be out for a few weeks, guys, let's cover for her. And everyone goes, yeah, we got this. That's the kind of culture you want to build. Look out for your team as people, and they'll look out for you as if you are a human being. Imagine that. How nice is that, right? And then another best move is redefining myself and firing myself. I owned Camelot. I wanted to expand it. My partners didn't. They bought me out. I moved to Syracuse, grew another printing business into Rochester, Buffalo, Utica. And then I was in an executive team meeting, and I said, guys, I don't know what to do. The word guys was gender neutral. There was men and women at the table. I don't know what to do. Everything I know how to do, someone at this table knows how to do. And I don't want to step on your feet, and I don't want to go start another location. I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I'm underutilized. And one of the guys at the table said, why don't you become a business coach and help other business owners have the problem of running a profitable business but not knowing what to do with their time? And I went home and I Googled business coaching and became a business coach. But I fired myself from running that company. By the way, the guy who said that became president and ultimately became one of the owners of that company. Is there something you want to do? Is there something you're good at, a passion of yours that you want to maybe start to let up? And maybe not now, but maybe at some point. Maybe I'm just planting a seed, but maybe at some point you go, you know what, I've got a passion for this. Colin Demers did it. Owned the Century House, got into systemology. Is that the name of the business consulting? And I'm probably saying it wrong, Colin, but Is there something else that you would like to do that you're good at, that you could be passionate about? Because sometimes we as business owners get stuck, feeling like our job's kind of overwhelming. You just can grind for so long, right? Maybe it's time to rebirth yourself a little bit. Here's some ideas for you. So right now, I want you to think about, what are your best moves? What are the best moves that you're making right now? What are the best moves you've made before? And we're table talking right now, so I'm going to put the music on softly so you guys can talk.